Straight talk from Israel. You're listening to Israel News Talk Radio.
Hi everyone, this is Orly Davis and this is from Jerusalem with Love. Today is January 27, 2021 and we are here in Israel, the Holy Land, the only Holy Land in the world that God of Israel, the only God of the universe gave us and holding short from finishing a day of commemoration of the Holocaust, a day that got recognized all over the world with many premieres and new digital memory wall in Berlin, making us all remember that never again is a way of life for us Jews and Israeli forever, while the European Union making an attempt to stop fresh kosher meat. Vigilance and forever ready to prevent attacks to the Jewish people and the Jewish land. That's what we're all about. And we must recognize the lone soldier that came in front of a real terrorist yesterday. And she came from England. She stand face to face with this terrorist and she knocked him down, giving her partner, her soldier, the opportunity to neutralize him with one shot only. That was a girl. She's a hero today, and thank you, England, for sending such an incredible, brave girl. But as you know, in America, they said when a terrorist wants to die for his creator, we will have to arrange the meeting. Hilad, that was her name. She's here today, and thank you. Thank you, England. And this is a very important day. It's an important day because so many events are happening. I don't even want you to start, but let's start with this. This is the eve of Tu B'Shvat, the day that we celebrate a new year for the nature, for the trees. This is the time where God Almighty bestow upon us all the blessing in the universe. So that's what we're celebrating. We start celebrating today, and we'll try to keep you busy and thinking about what's happening in the world of politics and world affairs. So take a break, and we'll be back after this.
The return of the Jewish people to the land of Israel was prophesied in the Bible thousands of years ago and is coming true today. Shalom. Join me, Josh Wander, on Israel Unplugged. Listen in as we delve into the spiritual and physical aspects of the Jewish return to Zion. We'll discuss the biblically mandated, historic, and of course practical understandings of this incredible transition from exile to redemption. That's Israel Unplugged, every Monday on IsraelNewsTalkRadio.com.
And we are back. It's Orly Davis, and this is from Jerusalem with Love. I want to welcome all our friends from around the globe, from United States of America, from Israel, Canada, Australia, Turkey. Hey, hello, Turkey, Russian Federation. Oh, it's so good to have you. I have so much to talk to you about. Slovakia, Ireland, and France. Guys, I love you for being here. It's awesome. You know how important this day is. You know why? Because we have a week of the new president in the White House, and we all know what you're thinking, but we're not going to talk about it, okay? But the audacity of the Democratic Party is to try to impeach Donald Trump again after he stopped being a president, which make, sometimes you said be afraid of what you wish for because it might come true. because if they making a precedent that they can backtrack and indict people, they can go after other presidents or other secretary of state that didn't comply with the job when there was an attack on, for example, in Libya on the American embassy. So be aware of that. But it's not going to happen because they're not going to have the majority as is considered. They're not going to get the Republican Party to move to that side. And by the way, why you want to eliminate such a big player like Donald Trump from the world arena? We need a new government, a new world government. And I'll tell you why. Because the Davos Economic Forum, which President Putin was today on, which was exciting and incredible, was actually also yesterday with another president of South Africa, gave us a very substantial understanding of what's happening. Now, let's give you a little defense kind of defense, economic, geopolitics, okay? Because I don't want to confuse you, but I want to give it to you in the way you can enjoy it, okay, like me. So let's start, for example, let's start with the most important. President Biden called yesterday President Putin, and he talked to him. He talked to him about, he has a very frank conversation with him. He talked to him, they discussed, I'm quoting from their release, they discussed both country willingness to accept a new start for 5 years, agreeing of their team works urgently to comply the extension by February 5th. They also agreed to explore strategic stability, discussion on a range of arms control and emerging security issues. President Biden reaffirmed the United States' firm support of Ukraine sovereignty. He also raised other matters concerning, including SolarWinds hack, a report of Russia placing bounty on United States soldier in Afghanistan, interference in 2020, how do you know that, United States election, and the poisoning of Alexei Navalny. President Biden made clear that the United States will act firmly and defend its national interests in response to action by Russia that harm us or our allies. Okay, first of all, I don't know what this presumption that Russia is arming anybody, because if there is any equilibrium and the force of nature that actually stabilized the Middle East in the last, let's say, years since the Obama administration, I think that it's the Russian. Okay, let's give it to them first. Now, President Putin was so cordial today on the forum, the Davos forum, which he talks about the collaboration and the fact that the big company takes everything and leave all the other people with nothing. And makes sense, and the distribution of the vaccine must be global, because if we leave somebody behind, they're going to infect again somebody else. So it's going to be like a constant rotunda. So they need really to talk about the issue to Russia in a much better way, because as we see it, Russia is the only one who can bring Iran back to the table in a format that we can actually understand. And the stand-up that we had with the Israeli IDF chief of staff yesterday to saying that we are going to refresh our ways to tackle any potential harm that will be on the Jewish state, and the response of Rouhani today saying that it's only a psychological war, like we didn't do it before. I don't know where he's coming from. But the fact of the matter is the Russian needs to be a much stronger participant in all international conference in regard to to Iran, to the stability of this balance of power that we have in the Middle East and in the rest of it. You see, I don't know what Biden was trying to say when he's is thinking about support of Ukraine sovereignty. Ukraine is very dear to Mr. Biden. Obviously, we know it from history. But Russia is important too, and we need to understand that Russia plays a major role in the balance of power. And I don't know what Ukraine is doing, but definitely she cannot take Russian place in this matter. So we need to sustain equilibrium between two countries. Now, we are the Holy Land. We are the people of the light that's supposed to shed light upon you guys. So we want to help. And I know that the fact of the vaccination that we got so many of us, here, and people in the world are complaining. I want to say something about that. We actually acting like a guinea pigs, and everybody knows that because Pfizer is getting all the medical information about whoever got vaccinated, and they're vaccinating also pregnant women, which Pfizer actually is a little reluctant, but being a guinea pig, they can do it with whatever they want. So we don't know if it works because we got the graph in people who dying faster in the last month since the start vaccinating. So the media, of course, and everybody else want to cover it up. I don't buy it. I see some kind of people that get a little allergic reaction or something of sort. But anyway, did I confuse you enough for the first segment? Because there is much more. So we started with the Biden getting president. Listen, the rhetoric that come from him and from vice president is really nice and sweet. Really, I will like it. The only problem that in politics we know you don't listen to what I said. Look what I'm doing, because that's the action. So if you're trying to sweet talk us into impeaching President Trump, after he did everything in his power to do everything for America's sake, if you say that he did it for other people, and you have no premises, and the fact of the matter is, to listen to his speech, you rally the troop, as you say. And to commit assassination. That's what I heard today from one of the senators, the liberal, which is freaking me out. How dare you even insinuate such a thing? Just make you understand that the Democratic are abusing their power because they're using American money to entertain their completely the democratic view, and that's it. And everything else, like the other 70 million, 80 million that are pro-Trump, they can go to whatever they want because we don't care about them or their policy. They don't entertain even a discussion from a senator, Paul, that yesterday was in the Senate, and they tabulated in this. I learned today that it means that they can you can say something, so they put it aside and said, okay, he said that, but no answer in regard. So the fact of the impeaching of the president of America may only propel him to seek a higher authority at this point, which we all need to stabilize. We have so many world organizations that need a father and mother or a sister or whatever organization like to hold them in one place. So it will be good if President Trump can go and get a world government. Mr. Putin can be instrumental because he understands the risk and what really is happening. And of course, we come from different kind of study, education, but does it really matter? At the end of the day, if we're all good people, we can make it happen. So stay put. We have, less than 1 minute. I need to wrap it up on this segment, but I welcome anybody who wants to call in. It will be nice to hear you talking. And hello, David, in the chat room. It's always good to have a friend. And stay put. We're going to go to a break. And after that, we're going to talk about the Italian government a little. We'll see what we can do about that. Maybe Berlusconi can save the day. Okay? Stay put.
Hi everyone, this is Andrea Siminto from Jerusalem, inviting you to drop everything and join me on my show, Pull Up a Chair. We'll visit this week's quirky stories, meet fabulous guests, and discover my Israel. Together we'll laugh, shout, and explain the topics that make us say, hey, we've got to talk about that. So get comfortable and pull up a chair with me, Andrea Siminto, every Thursday on Israel News Talk Radio.
And we are back. It's Orly Benny Davis, and this is from Jerusalem with Love. Welcome everybody who wants to call. George, if you find the number, it's on the top of the page of Israeli News Talk Radio. On the right, you can call from America, or, you can call. The number is American number or Israeli number, whatever you choose. The talk about today is about the balance of power that we all starting to feel with the change in the administration in America. And they forget that there are other guards in the world, like England, like Canada, Australia, and of course Russia, and France. Of course, France is instrumental in the middle of European Union. So let's ask France one thing. They want to cut the kosher meat in Europe, something that it really will rise the price of meat for importation, and it's not. Where do you start? It's like why you think that Judaism is not human to animal all of a sudden, because animal for our Jewish tradition, and I'm going on tradition, is you have tsar balei chaim, the pain of animal. We have to caution ourselves with giving them sorrow. It's a recommendation and a law. So the way that they get slaughtered is scientifically known, that it's less painful than any other matters, because if you see the matters how the machines in the chicken factories or any other places, there are really devastating. So I would say that if anti-Semitism is a sign for us, is people who deprive us from the liberty of doing things. See, you might say we want to go all vegan, or we want to be vegetarian. We don't want any slaughter of animal anymore. That's a proposition that can be on a global scale for let's say, for the animal, or maybe for the environment. You can go climate change, whatever you want. But the fact of the matter is, if you attack only the Jewish thing, and which I believe that it attack also the Muslim, because the Muslim eat kosher meat too, I think that it will be a little far overreaching. And of course, if you want to complain about slaughterhouse that don't keep contamination on the level, I'm with you. Okay, I saw the pictures. I'm with you. Tax them, whatever you want, but you need to give the opportunity to people to to preserve. And since Judaism is the first in the religion, the oldest in the religion, you might consider us the people of the Bible. Maybe you give us a little credit for doing so. So I know that there was Mr. Herzog from a big organization that comes and talks about it on the news. So I'm just filling you in. Because in the day of commemoration of the Holocaust, you want to understand that we get a little very sensitive about any attack, and when they come to and they threaten us, or they talk about threatening us, or they're predicting that they're gonna destroy us. We have to do anything in our power to stop them. That's why the IDF chief of staff had to say what he says, because if this guy, if we see at the president of United States of America as not pro completely Israel, I'll defend you, whatever it takes. And the Iranians think that they can be emboldened now that people are talking about them, and they are putting condition to elevate the sanction against them, and they talk bad to Israel. It's something that we need to consider, because remember, in every game you find a partner. And sometimes when you have a partner that is deciding to dance with somebody else, you need to ask, maybe I will dance too. So don't feel bad about, forging alliance from other kind, because as I see, America did well last night when two B-52 flew all the way to the Middle East and flew back just to demonstrate Iran that she cannot play with Saudis, I guess, because in the last 3 days, the Saudis got attacked 3 times, and there was a prevention, I guess, of Iron Dome kind of, I'm not sure if it's Israeli made, but whatever it is, I'm glad that they got sustained. Now, of us keeping the world safe is to take them out of the economic crisis and the pandemic situation. So the pandemic situation with the vaccination that President Trump and Pfizer and Moderna and Sputnik is doing, I think that maybe we'll have a situation where we can create some kind of moderation in the disease and get it over. But we need to pray together, guys. There is a saying in the Bible that when there is a plague, one of the righteous of the group needs to pray for us all, for all the people, and we might have a break to ask. Maybe we can do that. Praying, closing everything here. You cannot pray, but I would suggest, if they let us pray on Temple Mount. Let's do this. You don't need to. Jordan is the one that is holding the most holy site to the Jewish people, which is a contradiction in terms. When you have a holy land, you cannot have a holy temple, because somebody else is holding it without even the right to be there, because the mandate to Palestine was authorized only the Jewish people on this land, and the fact of the matter that they were snatched land from us, and they snatched the holy site from us. Unbelievable. So let's assume you guys want to stop the plague, okay? And this is the Holy Land, and we know in the Bible you have 1 billion people who believe in the Bible, okay? There are people who believe in the Bible, okay? We going for this one. People who believe others, it's their business. But we have a holy site, this holy site is being occupied. Now, anytime that you talk about occupation of Israel or Jewish people occupying somebody else's land, I call upon you and I said, you have to get the occupation of Temple Mount off our site. This is occupation of a holy site. So let's assume you give us the opportunity to pray. And I'm talking about 10 people, righteous people, okay? We choose, and I'm included, guys. If without me, there is no focus. No, there is no trick, okay? It's only if I'm on, even not in the holy, because we're not allowed. But if we can create some kind of tent, to come and pray, and even if you guys decide that other holy people from your side, because I know that there is holy people in every religion, if they come but they pray together in one kumbaya, we're not working, with only insignia or anything. We come with our, shawl. With, you put your yarmulke on and you put something on your head, whatever this is it. And you come with your book and you pray. That's the deal. If we can arrange this, it can be cosmic. You never know. Maybe God will see us getting along and playing right. Maybe He will give us a break. Maybe it will work. You never know. But until you don't give us a chance, how can we know? And if you're holding the holy site, the most holy site, how it's gonna work. So we're gonna talk about it maybe on the importance of this in the next segment, because in Israel there is an election. I know in Italy that they're about to dissolve the government and they're recreating it anew. There is a good influence there of Berlusconi that can come, and maybe them as Jewish people can understand, people who have the right to exist, can work with this guy that in 2008 gave me a letter to the Jewish people. His party gave me a letter to the Jewish people to make amends and make a partnership. So if the government of Italy recompose itself to create with Berlusconi, I promise I'm going to help. Whatever I can do, I will help. But you guys need to come back and help us get some Holy Spirit in here, because we need some holy sight to be clear and pray on. Let's go to a break and we'll be back after this.
Are you interested in transforming your life, drawing closer to the Creator, and uncovering the deeper meanings and hidden treasures in the Hebrew Bible?
Then join me, Rav Yitzhak Michelson,
And me, William Hall,
on the Science of Kabbalah, where we are seeking to narrow the gap between what we understand of our physical and spiritual worlds. So make sure to tune in every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Israel time, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, here on Israel News Talk Radio.
And we are back. It's Orly Benny Davis, and this is From Jerusalem with Love. We want to add Iran to our listeners. Iran, this is a great day for you all. We can start establishing a new way of being. I know somebody called to the station, and I guess that I'm not making everybody happy when I want to observe my godly rights to be who I was born to be. And you guys have to understand. You see, President Putin said that the most important thing today, he said, we can destroy the world. Today, everybody can destroy the world if they decided, you go to Rampage, look what they did. A few stupid cult movers went on Capitol Hill. The policemen, I don't know what they did, and they let them in or didn't let them in. There was a movie that let them in, and all of a sudden they blamed the president. A president that is nominated for Nobel Prize, a president that made peace with Arab and Israeli country after 20 years that nothing happened, no more. People have to understand that we can do everything we want if you put your mind into it. It's like if you push some country away, you can even that they are most we say always in the Jewish faith that be aware of the poor children, because from there you're gonna get the real Torah. It means that you're learning the best thing happen in people who are in distress. And if people are in stress and you push them, they might get offensive and more. And of course, Iran, we remember that we had a partner, Iranian partner, a Jewish one, that used to travel to Iran, buy incredible rugs, and come back. And actually, I told you that I had met Iranian in America that I bought all the rugs from there, completely incredible rugs. And we become friends. There is no question that we as a universe can get along. There is no question. The important to understand whose interest is to keep us fighting. And every time the Democrats are online, somebody has the incredible intention to go to war. And today or yesterday, when the chief of staff of the IDF said, be aware Lebanon, be aware Gaza, that if something happens, you better evacuate, it means that we are concerned that Iran will start sending her proxies or sending our soldiers, whoever. And if Russia is there, we don't want you guys to be in the middle, but we want you to be aware that we are not going to tolerate Iran on the border if they're not friendly. Guys, we can go and make some agriculture together and build some energy and things, but who wants us to keep on fighting? And the amazing thing about the history, because when you go back and you look, and you can do it through movies, or you can do it through incredible reading, and you can see what happened in the 20 years of the Palestinian-Israeli peace accord. Bloodshed, everything, and always under the democratic flag. Every time they put their hands in the mix, somebody dies. Even their own. They don't care. They send people. They stop people from helping the ambassador in Libya. I don't understand. There are friends, like incredible friends like Mubarak, that they put him, he was almost lost his life in Egypt. You guys have to understand that this flag that they are, goody two-shoes that they are promoting, has nothing to do with what they're actually doing. Because they talk the sweet talk, and they know, sweetheart, how it sounds so good and lovely. And we are the Republican, or we are the tough cookies. We are not that cordial or that kind. But you guys have to understand that we are the real thing. And if they are good in this world, we need to unite. And if there is, all the good in this world must unite. And Iran, I'm so sorry. I don't know who offended you. Why Israel is in the mix when you actually had a fight with somebody else so many years ago, and or you fighting for God, or you think that God of Israel is not your God or something, or there is not only one God in the universe and you can call him whatever you want. I don't understand. The question is, how are we going to stop this madness? And the truth of the matter is, we need more women. And women are the one that can make a difference. And not a question if It's their nature to be helping. It's their nature to help. Their nature to cuddle or to make peace. That's how we are trained to be constantly, and we stop the boy from fighting. Now, you guys, if you want to continue this path, what about the new page in this story? You see, the pandemic is the line in the sand. Like we talked last week about the line in the sand of what Iran is doing and what we can do. This is the line of the sand that you guys want to cross or not. We have no problem. Hey, we fighter. We are ready, right? We said, well, you ready? We are ready, okay? And we have the tools. You got the tools. The only question is how we're going to get out from this madness. And if we let this democratic, because Biden can be very sweet, but he's so old that, somebody else is pushing the button. And if somebody else is pushing the button, I don't know who it is. I need really to have much more trust in the government and their action. If they stop this impeachment just to show they're going after the Republican because that's what they want. They're going after all Republican because they are trying to humiliate us. And when they are doing this, they're going to just have emboldened Republican Party. And just remember, there is another 2 years, there is another election for Congress, and they're going to throw you out. Or you have another 4 years, a new president, because you don't think it's going to last 2 terms, do you, right? So we're going to have a new the president, and this new president can come back. Why you have to this? America, Gingrich said, the Roman Empire fall because they were a little too much of themselves. That's what's happening right now, and I call you all to order. This is Orly, Benny Davis talking from the Holy Land. I've been enlightened many years ago. I've been touched by God. I told you already this in 96, and I try to read it as it sounds. I could be many things, and I choose to be here with you. And here in Israel, in the trenches, helping out and keeping and helping whoever. Just remember, you need to respect children, elderly people, women, girls. You need to respect one another. And we know that mankind can be incredible. And if we just transfer to this incredible time to innovation, to science, to, making the world tells us some kind of more enthusiasm, because Elon Musk is one of those souls that is amazing soul that comes to this world to show us some incredible heights. So why don't we use this with a lot of cameras, a lot of views, a lot of incredible picture? Let's use this universe that God gave us. And because this is Tu B'Shvat, the holiday, the new year for the earth, the trees, and all the rest that God gave us in this universe, we want to bless you all with an incredible, fruitful year for all the agriculture. May the rain will come in time, and may it will be blessed with the fruit of incredible work that you gave them. I hope that you guys understand that I'm not fighting you. I'm here, but I would not stay out, and silence if you talk against God of Israel. God of Israel is the holy God. That's how we call him. You can call him, but there is only God. And until we all, pray together under one sky together to understand that we all connected brotherhood of mankind, I guess it will keep us going in madness, because it can, if you know what I mean. All right, guys. I don't see any more record, but I have 2 minutes and 1 minute. Okay, so Let's pray. May God bless you all with an incredible year of fruits of this universe. May God bless you and be healthy. May God give you a lot of happiness and a lot of wedding. And let's coronavirus finish from this world. And may we all become friends. Let's make a new reunions of friendship, of happiness, of incredible discoveries, because we are mathematicians. We need some new innovations, okay? Let's invent something and let's make great movies, Hollywood. God bless you all. And Italia, bocca al lupo. Be good. I love you. Ciao, ciao.
If you love Israel News Talk Radio, then you'll love our Facebook page. We keep you up to date on what's happening in Israel, plus little surprise treasures that we don't share on the radio. Go now to follow us on Facebook. Just look for the Israel News Talk Radio Facebook page, and don't forget to subscribe and follow us by clicking on the like button. We post great stuff there that you'll want to share. Israel News Talk Radio on Facebook and Israel News Radio on Twitter.
If you're hearing this message, everyone else can too. Advertise with Israel News Talk Radio and get your message out to people. We'll build a personalized package for you. Contact advertising at israelnewstalkradio.com.
Straight talk from Israel. You're listening to Israel News Talk Radio.
Hey, this is Jake in Anchorage, Alaska, and I love listening to all the super interesting interviews and up-to-date information on what's happening in Israel.
Hello, this is Anna King, originally from London, now living in Israel. And what can I say? Israel News Talk Radio is my cup of tea.
My name is Bhaskar. I'm from India, and I love listening because you get to know the truth and wonderful voices from this lovely country.
Mom!
Okay, wait a minute. Hi, this is Chava Dax, and I'm calling for the rolling hills of Ma'ale Adumim, just north of Jerusalem. I always listen to Israel News Talk Radio to get all the latest news and commentary and to keep me up to date every day.
This is Sarah Dax from Ma'ale Adumim, and I'm 12. I wish Israel News Talk Radio was boring so my mom wouldn't listen to it all the time. Mom!
You're listening to Israel News Talk Radio.
News, opinion, and more. You're listening to Israel News Talk Radio.